This video chart presentation of Frog Ads Inc. Frog Ads is a bulletin board listed company trading under ticker FROG. See, this is a relatively new issue. I scaled this into about a 2.5-month chart. It really just began trading at the end of last year. Been a pretty popular stock, though. You can see volumes definitely increased in 2012. It's had some nice volatility and a little bit of a downward swing from the initial climb. It's pretty common as the stock tries to find itself some support and resistance levels. Take a quick run through the indicators, but because it's been dropping off, we're going to see some downward trends. What you look for is hints of potential upward movement again, and that's things such as the MACD histogram. At this point, trying to trend back towards zero. 12 EMA is pretty close to the 26. Now technical traders keep their eyes peeled for the bullish cross of the 12 through the 26. See a similar look with the PPO. ADX has been slowly dropping, registering around 31 right now. What that tells you is the direction is losing a little bit of strength. The positive and negative DIs tucked together like that gives a relatively neutral feel. Money flow index pushed its way back through 50. I look for it to hold the upper half of that indicator. It's a much more bullish position. See, the accumulation distribution shows there's been quite a bit of buying that's come in the last few weeks. And that's reiterated by the Chaikin money flow, which is holding in the green. And that tells you that buying pressure is outweighing selling pressure. Little bit of an upward trend going on with the CCI, still very early on. Again, I look for the push through zero. Full stow holding right around 50. That's a pretty neutral sign of momentum. Tricks, it's a lagging indicator. It's not going to get much from that at this point. Right through here, nice climb. Momentum started really coming into it as the stock ran from around a quarter up to 40 cents. Kind of going right along with the full stow. RSI is saying that momentum is pretty neutral. The lower indicators are basically what I'd expect, but I always take a quick look at them to see if there's any sort of real strong divergences going on that could increase the likelihood of some strong pressure one direction or the other. Right now, what I'd look for in the candles is a couple different possibilities. There's a pretty nice support level right here around 26 cents. Of course, a bottom support there at 24. I would definitely look for that bottom support to hold. But this doji yesterday is a sign of indecision, as the bulls and bears kind of have a tug of war over buying and selling on this play. And while I'd look for this bottom support to hold, I'd also have an eye on the fact if it can hold this higher low and turn off of this doji, because a candle something along those lines is a strong reversal pattern. Technically, it's called a morning star pattern. It's a 3-day reversal pattern where it's saying a little bit of a sell-off followed by indecision and then buying pressure. So I'd be looking for something like that in the near term to continue the uptrend. Worst case scenario, drop down and hold this support level as a double bottom sort of pattern. For me, it's important to note this 50-day moving average, this blue line, because stock charts that are truly bullish, the price per share is trending over top of this 50-day. So it would be important for me to see some upward pressure come back into it and to see this price per share move back over top of that 50-day. Because of its limited trading history, resistance can sometimes be difficult to define. But I'd look for a little bit right there through that 35-cent area. See, it was serving as a little bit of support, serving as some resistance. I'd still call that secondary. I'd look for it to pick back up around 40 cents. That's a pretty significant climb from where it is, closing at 29 cents yesterday. But it's an important marker for it to move over top of the 50-day and go up here and challenge these recent highs. Beyond that, I'd certainly look up here around 50 cents. And of course, in classic TA fashion, the 52-week highs would serve as a resistance point. 720,000 shares traded. Liquidity is not an issue with this play. But for the rest of this week and heading into next week, what I'd be looking for is for the volume to stay strong, bottom support to hold, hints of upward pressure by making higher lows, move above the 50-day, and see how it reacts when it challenges its resistance at 40 cents. Those are the type of things that I'd be looking for in the FROG chart. But as always, this is merely my interpretation. Thank you for watching, and trade smart.